Alright, welcome to another of our new development review. Today we are reviewing Faber Residences in Clementi. So Agatha, take it away.
Alright, so Faber Residences total of 399 units. What I want to highlight about this land is it's really huge. It's 277,000 square feet of land.
Very big.
Correct. So this land size, right, is actually the biggest among all the new launches currently. Yeah. And for context, Sky at Holland, 666 units. The land size is only about 133,000.
Correct.
Correct. Whistler Grand previously launched 752 units, which is almost doubled, right? 210,000 square feet. Park Rivera, land size 203,000 square feet, 520 units. With such a huge land size, right, it actually means that the developer will maximize this entire land and then offer better facilities to the residents.
Yes.
So if you love like low density, very exclusive kind of development, this might be for you.
Yes.
Yeah. TOP is estimated to be around Q1 2028. There's total of 9 blocks. Plot ratio is only 1.4. So highest floor probably about fifth floor.
Yeah, likely is a low rise.
Correct.
First to fifth floor, that kind.
Yes. Yeah. But actually quite nice, like resort style.
Yeah, it's like gonna be like resort. I mean, the Faber Crest actually right beside. If you enter, it's like a chalet. So a pretty interesting site plan.
Correct, yeah. So 399 car park lots with 4 handicap lots, 13 EV lots.
Yes.
Developer is also Gogo Land together with Hong Leong.
Yep.
They actually have a huge impact in the Lentor collection. 4 developments launched there by them: Lentor Modern, Lentor Hill Residences, Lentor Mansion, and Lentor Central Residences.
And all perform very well.
Correct. And the very recent one, Springleaf Residences as well. Yes, correct. So Gogo themselves, right, they have already developed close to 40 residential developments, yielding more than 11,000 homes. So they have a lot of experience.
Right, yeah.
For the land plot location, so you can see from the picture, there will be a sheltered bus stop linked to Faber. Yes, so and that bus stop has quite a number of buses as well. So not to worry. There's also waterfront living.
Yeah, so you can see the whole river over here.
Yeah, and there will be a park connector along Pandan River as well. Do take note that AYE is actually on the side, but we here say that none of the blocks are facing the expressway, and there's at least a distance buffer of about 24 meters. So you can see from the white color building, this is at the back is waterfront at Faber. And towards the right side is all the landed enclave. For the next slide, we are actually in the heart of Clementi and West Coast landed enclave. Even opposite West Coast area is also all landed. Nanhua Primary School, which is the key thing about this development.
Yes.
Yeah, it is right beside Triling.
Yes.
So newer developments are opposite Twin View and Park Rivera.
The West Coast area is this side of the. So we are looking at the Faber side. Is this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Nanhua is gonna be
beside Triling.
Yeah. So Triling is here. So Nanhua is just right beside. Yeah.
Correct.
Here. For the location map, if you look at this bird's eye view, right? Actually, it's quite interesting because I went to Google Maps the area, and from Clementi MRT to Park Clematis, which is one of the newer developments in the Faber region or in the Clementi region, right? Park Clematis is actually 6 minutes drive away to Clementi MRT, and Faber Residence, the new development that we are talking about, is going to be around 7 to 8 minutes drive away. If we look at the master plan, there will be this big portion that we are unsure about, which is very exciting also because these are white sites, and white sites, I think if you watch our recent videos as well, white sites are multi-purpose sites that government can use to build anything. So for example, our MBS is located on a white site, and this is gonna likely happen in the Jurong CBD. And we are not too sure what they're going to build there yet, but very exciting to see that there's a white site very near to where the actual plot is, which is here. And this will kind of also mean that a short drive away, you will be looking at malls, you'll be looking at the offices, you'll be looking at different things that people can enjoy. Our Jurong Regional Line is also set to be expanded with Pandan Reservoir and Jurong Town Hall stations being ready in 2028. So there are MRT options nearby as well.
Correct.
Yeah, in the near future, which is 2028 is not too far. It's not 2 years. So by the time you actually
TOP.
enter TOP, right, you would be likely enjoying all these different transportation modes already. All right. So unit distribution wise, they don't have 2-bed, 1 bath. So everything is going to be starting from 2-bed, 2 baths, which actually makes a lot of sense. All right. For 399 units only, they have to be very efficient in their unit segregation and unit mix. So let's look at it. For 2-bedders, you have the 646 square feet one, which is your 2-bed, 2 bath. 20%. Yeah, 20% will be 2-bedders. So if we look at the 3-bedders, it's 50%. And it ranges from 797 to 818. The smaller dumbbell layout units should be the 7971. And if we look at the Springleaf, because GoCo is the developer for this, the 8181 will be the normal long corridor kind of layout.
Yeah.
All right. And then we have the 861 square feet option. And we have the 1033 3-bedroom premium option. These 3 types will make up 50% of the whole unit mix of Faber Residence.
Which is quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
So around 195 units will be made up of these 3-bedders. For 4-bedders, there are 2 different options. One is 1119 square feet, and the premium one 1206 to 1270. Again, we do not have the floor plans to show yet because developers have not released them. So we can only roughly guess around. If you look at past GoCo projects, especially Springleaf, you'll kind of find out what kind of layouts they are. Yeah, and this
they
will
normally
make up
have about the same kind of layout.
same kind of. So 25% of the whole of the Faber residence, and 5-bedders make up only 5%, is 1485 square feet. We dive deeper into the prices transacted recently. So we try to use developments that are nearer to Faber residents just to give it a good gauge. So we are looking at Alta first. We look at Alta because Alta is one of the newer developments launched in the Clementi area, same district, and we look at the prices over here. So area harmonized, yes, and is in the same district as Faber. 2548 PSF was the average price, and the highest was 2881 PSF from the day of filming.
Yeah.
And on the first day itself, Alta was 65% sold, which is very high, right? And we look at Nava Grove and Linden Woods. Okay, Nava Grove, which was launched around 2 years ago, RCR as well. Average PSF range was 2470. Highest is right now 2748. And also now, at this juncture of filming, is 85% sold. Linden Woods, of course, if you all have followed property news or launches recently, you all will know that Linden Woods first day preview on the weekend itself, the launch weekend itself, 95% was already sold, with the highest PSF being 2.7K PSF and average PSF being 2460 PSF. Although Linden Woods is not area harmonized. All right. And we look at one other GoCo projects, which is Springleaf Residence. Recently sold, 2400 PSF, highest PSF, and 2175 average PSF. And of course, on the first launch weekend itself,
very high,
92% was already sold. And lastly, Canberra, being the launch quite similar timing to Springleaf. This is currently right now the cheapest. Canberra is one of the cheapest new developments launched this year, and still in the market now.
In fact, Canberra Crest is actually moving quite well these few weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's really the lowest price in the entire Singapore.
Yeah, so I think right now, from the date of currently what we are filming, it should be around 60% already, but when I checked, it was 59% sold, and 1988 PSF was the average, and 2151 PSF is currently the highest sold around there. So we look at this entire landscape and we focus in on the Alta, Nava Grove and Linden Woods because they're somewhat very near to Faber. We can see prices already transacted at 2,700 and above, and the take-up rate is very high. In the D5 region, which is where Clementi is located, right, the average PSF is actually 2363. So this is what we can use as a gauge for looking at our average pricing. So if we can get something that's below this, then we are quite safe, I would say. Yeah, so in for the condos that have recently launched, such as Lindenwoods, Bloomsbury, The Hill at One North and Alta, like I said, they have all transacted at around average higher than the Q3 average of Clementi already. So Bloomsbury, The Hill, and Alta is quite crazy. Alta 2701 is 400 PSF, almost 400 PSF above what is the average of Clementi, and people are still buying.
Okay, so here's the ROI for 2-bedroom units at Waterfront at Faber. We're actually comparing between two projects. So if you look at this table, most owners, they actually walk away with healthy profits.
Yep.
On average, they purchase at about 900,000 and sold close to with $190,000 in profits.
Yep.
Correct. So if we work out the ROI, it's actually around 83% and 10% per year on average.
Yes,
but not every unit perform the same. Some of them actually make even higher, over 280,000. Yeah. So, but the overall trend, they actually shows that the buyers, they entered at the right price.
Yes.
That's why they make very reasonable amount of profits. Yeah. So that is why understanding entry price is so critical in property investment.
For sure.
Yeah. You don't just make money when you sell. You make money the moment you actually purchase the unit.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you compare to the ROI for the 2 bedrooms in Faber Crest, the numbers are even stronger. So back when they first launched, right, prices were actually very, very affordable.
Yeah.
Some units, they entered at just $500,000, about 500,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fast forward to 10 to 20 years later, the owners are actually seeing an average profits of more than $500,000.
Yeah.
Correct. So this works out to ROI of 336%.
Yeah, 336%.
Yeah, 18% per year on average.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is really, really high. And the key difference here is because of the affordability during the launch.
25 years ago, $580 can get you a Clementi condo. But we do have to take note that some of the owners actually stay there for very long.
Yeah, that's why they have such high profits.
For 2-bedders, someone actually stayed for 23 years, 9 months and 2 days, and they sold and got a profit of 620K.
If we move on to the ROI for 3-bedroom units, okay, here is a very interesting part of this. ROI, right, will look even higher in property because buyers, they don't fully pay in cash. Yeah, so they actually leverage with a bank loan. Instead of putting like full cash, $1.4 million, they actually only have to pay the upfront 25%.
Yes.
Yeah, so in cash and in CPF. So this means that the actual cash on cash return is a lot higher than what you see on the paper.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is one of the biggest reasons why property is such a powerful tool in Singapore. Yeah, you're not just growing your own capital, you're also growing on the borrowed funds. The best part is you do not have to share the profits with the bank.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we take a look at Waterfront at Faber, their profits were around like 300 plus thousand.
Yes.
ROI 89%.
Yeah.
On average per year is going about 12%.
Yes.
Yeah.
For Waterfront at Faber, I do have to say that the profits, you can actually earn more if you pick another condo. I would say this is not exactly the best profits that you can get in a property market. Normally, you should earn a bit more, but there are no unprofitable transactions in Waterfront at Faber.
Correct.
Yeah.
Moving on to the ROI for 3 bedrooms in Faber Crest, average purchase price was around 844,000. So the profits was ranging around 700 over 1,000. ROI turns out to be 352%.
Yeah.
Very, very high, 23% per year on average.
Yeah, so Faber Crest's 3-bedders are the most lucrative, I would say, in terms of the returns. You see this third one, right? They actually have 1% after staying for 19 years, 11 months and 20 days. They earn $1 million. So I think they can retire with this. But 19 years is a long time. So 19 years, you earn 1 million plus, I think not bad. but nowadays I think
Can do better, yes,
lah.
correct.
Can do better,
Because
yeah.
one property cycle is actually 4 years
Yes.
now currently. Previously was 3 years. So with every property cycle, you can actually do a lot more. Yeah,
You see for example, the first one, 3 years, 10 months, they already earned 453,000 already. So this is actually quite a good, in fact, this is actually outperforming lah.
Yes, annualized
normally.
gains is already about 9%.
Correct. So I think still very healthy if you look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, so if we move on to ROI for 4 bedrooms at Waterfront at Faber, average purchase price back then was around 1.52 million. So the profits turn out to be about $360,000. ROI is 96%.
Yeah.
11.5% per year on average.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this ROI is taken from what I think Agatha shared also from the down payment that
Correct.
they have put in. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So finally, looking at the 4 bedroom at Faber Crest, this is where we actually really see the power of bigger assets, right? So owners bought around 1.1 million and they walk away with an average profits of around 800 to 900,000. ROI of 280%.
Yeah.
About 12% per year on average lah. So this actually highlights an important principle that we always share with our clients also, that the bigger the asset, the bigger the absolute gains.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why whenever possible, we also encourage our clients to elevate their assets.
For sure. Yeah.
As they progress. Yeah, because the dollar value of profit grows significantly when you move into a larger property.
Yes. Yes. And I think if you can only afford a 2-bedder, of course, just get into it first.
Yes.
The best thing is to have to start. We have to start. So 2-bedders, 3-bedders, and then in the future 4-bedder. And I think you'll be set for retirement also, as in your dream home lah. We're going to talk about the land bid analysis. So when a developer acquires land at a lower price, it often translates to a lower break-even price. So let's see what the developer actually acquired this land for, because this is one of the cheapest lands that was sold recently. So we look at the developers when they bidded for this land, right? There were a number of 3 bids, and the winner was GoCo at just 900 PSF per plot ratio. So if we look at this, their break-even is only 1682, which means, let's say, if we plus a 7% area harmonization with today's calculation, their break-even is going to be 1799 PSF. And with even a 20% profit margin, they are only going to be launched at this 2159 PSF.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we are estimating that Faber would probably be launching at around this 2001, 2002 PSF.
Most likely. Later we will show you also what GoCo normally launch their prices at, so that we kind of can crystal ball, look into the future and see like what prices will be for Faber Residences. Compare it to one of the closest lands nearby, although it's not really very close, is Clementi and then of course Lakeside. We are gonna look at Lakeside, right? Lakeside had a number of 6 bids and their land price was bidded at 1,132 PSF per plot ratio, which means there is already 232 PSF more than the Faber one.
Yeah.
And Lakeside, I would say, is not as good a location but it's near MRT lah, this one. Alright, so for this new land, right, if we add 7% area harmonization, the break-even is already at 2135, which means that the break-even is already at what Faber could be launching at. Yeah, and with a 20% profit margin, actually, for this Lakeside one that y'all will see next year, launch next year, it will likely be around this kind of pricing, 2562 at Lakeside.
Correct.
I mean...
We have not seen this yet.
Yeah, I mean, even Sora is not at 2562 PSF. Sora is around 23 right now. So 2562 PSF is going to be the new benchmark pricing for that area in the future.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, but that being said, is because one of the main reason is because this land was bidded just this year. Yeah, and Faber was bidded last year. So like our previous video that we did, land price will always increase.
Yes. So we are going to talk about GoCo's past pricing trend. So if we look at Springleaf Residence, which is the first one, Upper Thomson Road, Paso B. This is the recent Springleaf Residence land. Okay, they also bought it at around 905 PSF. So this is what they bought it. So very close to the Faber one. And this one is at Upper Thomson. Actually not really Upper Thomson. It's at the Mandai, close to Woodlands area, right? So 15% profit margin all the way to 20%. They launched at around it's supposed to be launching at 2167 PSF, but the average transacted for Springleaf was actually 2175 PSF. So very close to the 20% profit margin that developers normally will take. Yeah, so it's not exactly over the top pricing. So which means that GoCo's pricing is actually quite sound.
Yeah, they always price it to sell.
Correct, they price it to sell. And if we look at Lentor Gardens also, the land, now we know it as Lentor Mansion. Same thing, the 20% profit margin is around 2306 PSF and the 15% profit margin is around 2210 PSF. For this one, the developers GoCo, they actually price it in between, so around 17 to 18%. The average pricing was 2266 PSF, which is not even 20% profit that GoCo is taking. So we assume if GoCo continues with their price strategies, then Faber will be priced very close to what we have presented at the slide before.
For the 20% profit margin.
Let me just go back. Yeah, it will be around this. What are resale condos in the region marketing at? It is quite important to kind of see what the current condos in the region are marketing at, so we know what prices will be expected in the future and whether resale is more expensive or cheaper than the new upcoming Faber. So if we look at it, Key Residences at Brookvale, this is not in the same district, but it's very similar in the sense that it's very deep in. Yeah, so I'm using this as a gauge, right? And this is a very newly TOP condo.
Correct.
So Key Residences have already seen people marketing at 2508 PSF, 2555 also have. And if we look at Park Clematis, which is closer to Faber, we have seen people marketing at 2441, 2591, 2253. And I think the highest PSF in Park Clematis transacted, later we will show you as well, is pretty high already. And it's likely going to be more expensive. The resale is likely going to be more expensive than what we are seeing at Faber. So if we look at what the rest, right, maybe we look at opposite the highway, West Coast region, we are looking at Whistler Grand. People are already asking for 2,000. There's also Park Riviera, 1.9K, 1.7K also have, 1.9K, 1.9K, Twin View. So these are the three more recently launched TOP condos in the West Coast region, and they are already asking for close to 2,000 PSF, right? So this is kind of like what we can expect. West Coast, and West Coast, I guess, is also not as highly demanded
as Clementi.
Normally, you will see a lot of demand in the Clementi region, and this might also be a factor of why prices are a bit lower just across the highway. We look at the next one, which is prices that are transacted already. So if we look at Key Residences, they have already successfully transacted at 2402 PSF. So this resale price will likely be more expensive than Faber if we are estimating it correctly. And Park Clematis have gone at 2575. That's why people are selling at 25 plus, because the highest PSF transacted has already been 2575 PSF.
Yeah,
which is very high.
If your resale is already like that, and if Faber is launching probably below the resale, definitely it's safe to enter lah.
Yeah, I would say always, if you can find something new, cheaper than resale, then it's an opportunity lah, depending on the gap that we are seeing over there. Yes, so for Whistler Grand and Twin View, we are looking at 2064 for Whistler Grand and 1976 PSF for Twin View. So all are already reaching 2,000 region already.
For a resale.
For a resale of almost like how many years were this to? 5-6 years of TOPing. You're already reaching these prices. Likely will increase a bit more for a resale. So we don't know where prices will go. But in 2029, 2030, when Faber launch, I think this area would be across 2.2K thereabouts if the trend continues. Yeah.
So moving on to the estimated price metrics. So just a disclaimer, this is not provided by the developer. This is what we actually estimated.
Yes.
Yeah, so if it were to be launching at 2001 PSF and above, right? So for the 2-bedroom, 2-bed, 2-bath of 646 square feet, it would have been around 1.356 million. For the 3 bedrooms of 797 square feet would be around 1.67 million. For 818 square feet, 1.7 million. And for the 861 square feet, 1.8 million. And lastly, there are a lot of sizes, right? For
Yes, quite a
this
lot.
3-bedroom,
Yes.
1033 square feet, the biggest among all, will be starting at around 2.169 million for the 3 beds. Yeah. So, of course, the higher the PSF, you can refer to the table below. And for the 4-bedders, 3 sizes, 1119 square feet, probably launching at around 2.3 million onwards. For the 1206 square feet, about 2.5 million.
Yeah.
1270 square feet, 2.667 million onwards.
Yeah.
And for the 5-bedroom, going at 1,485 square feet, probably launching at 3.1 million.
3.1 million, yeah.
Yes, correct. Yeah. So moving on to the exit plan. By the way, like what Felix mentioned earlier, Faber Residences and the Jurong Regional Line, MRT, they were actually TOP in the same year, 2028.
Yeah.
Yes, so exit plan, we can foresee upgraders coming from the BTOs and the HDB from Clementi. There's already a record high of 1.459 million.
For HDB, right? 5-room.
Correct, 5-room in Clementi. Yes, so the $1 million HDB coming from Clementi, Queenstown area. Yes, and actually, in fact, all these BTO purchase prices back in 2015, around there, the purchase price was around 400,000 to 500,000 only.
Yes, so they earn 1 million from there.
Today, if they're selling at like 1.2 to 1.4, it is definitely palatable for them to look into upgrading into Faber Residences.
Yes, so, I mean, they can upgrade to a lot of places because of this, but it'll be very easy for them to upgrade into Faber.
Correct. Even if you plan to rent out, okay, we already did some checks. So for the condos that are available within 1 kilometer to Nanhua, that actually TOP from 2015 onwards, meaning those newer units, right? For 2-bed, 2-bath, there are actually only 9 listings available. And 3 bedrooms, 23 listings available, avoiding those, removing all the duplicate listings.
Yeah.
4-bedroom, only 4 listings available for rent.
Yeah.
And 5-bedroom, there are none.
0, yeah.
Correct. Okay. Yeah, so we would foresee that if you plan to rent in this area, there will be quite low supply.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tenant pools, they normally come from SIM, NUS, or even Ng Teng Fong Hospital.
Yes.
What is not so good about this development is it is actually located in the landed enclave, not near the MRT. But what Felix actually mentioned earlier, we are pretty close to the Jurong Regional Line, but not like directly opposite. Yeah, so probably still have to take the bus. We do know that there is a sheltered bus stop in front of Faber, which is good. So waterfront at Faber, which is right beside Faber Residences, the land plot, right, did not make that much money according to our slide earlier. Yes. Okay. It's the bus to Clementi MRT is only 2 stops actually.
From the
Faber. Correct.
I see.
Yeah, so it's quite near.
Yeah. If you drive, then it'll be 6-7 minutes,
7 minutes
around
yes.
there. Yeah. For the good, right? Of course, this area is a major school zone. So we are looking at 1 km away, Nanhua Primary, which actually only TriLink, Park Clematis, and the Faber condos are 1 km away from Nanhua. The recent ones that made a lot of money, like Clavon, the Clement Canopy, that side, actually they are not near Nanhua Primary, they are more towards Nanhua High. Alright, so this is a major school zone because 1 km away from Nanhua Primary, and then also 2 km away you have Qifa, Pei Tong, and Clementi Primary. So I think families that stay here, they will have no shortage of primary schools to send their children. If Nanhua cannot, then you can go to Qifa. Qifa cannot, then Pei Tong, and so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah.
And the second one is exit strategy for this area is quite sound due to the number of, like Agatha mentioned just now, high quantum HDB flats and landed downgraders. Because we are looking at more and more million-dollar flats being transacted here. The 5-room flats here, if they are close to the MRT and they are newer, they will normally be transacted around 1 million plus at the quantum of that. So, like what Agatha shared, very easy for them to upgrade without having to use excess cash.
Correct. And speaking about landed right sizing, right, to a condo, in fact, I've actually served quite a number of buyers coming from the landed segment. So normally when they want to purchase, when they have to right size to a condo because maybe their legs cannot really support the stairs, right? So what they normally do is they will find condos that are already very familiar to them. Yeah, so being in this Faber area with so many landed surrounding you, yeah, so it's something that they can actually look forward to Faber in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are gonna exit towards, like, for example, HDB upgraders, and then the second one is of course landed downgraders, which looking for a smaller house. Yeah. All right. And so fourth one is a low land bid price, which also, like we said, 900 PSF that the developer got it at. So likely this will present a cheaper opportunity for buyers, and I do hope that they launch just what we expect them to launch at, or even lower. If they launch at 1.9K, I think this would be the condo that is a sleeper hit this year. The last one is, of course, this is located in the landed enclave, so it's quiet. It's gonna be very peaceful around there. So like we said at the start of the video, it's like a chalet vibes in the area. So maybe after a long day of work, drive back home, relax, and next day go back at it again. Yeah.
Waterfront living.
Waterfront living, yes. If you get the riverfront facing one, which is probably the more expensive one, that will be a joy. As in quite a comfortable stay.
So if you are looking to view Faber Residences, you can always contact both of us. Once the floor plan is out, we can actually give a more detailed analysis. Looking forward to the site plan because of all the facilities and the space that is
the big land, how are they going to use it? Yeah.
Yes, hopefully there will be more tennis court or even pickleball court.
Yeah.
Let's see.
7 tennis courts. Yeah.
Too wasted, right?
I know some people like. But yes, thank you so much for watching. If you want the slides for our review, you can also contact us and we will send you the slides.
Correct. QR code is shown over here. Do WhatsApp any of us and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.